What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Amaya back here again with another video, and today I'm going to be doing a Q&A on Instagram. I asked you all to just give me some questions that you wanted answered, so I am here now to fulfill your wishes. First question: high school or college food? I would say high school food, simply because I would always bring my food from home. Like, I brought lunch to school and it was busting. Also, in college, like the school I go to, we have a good amount of options in our CAF, and there are also like a lot of restaurants around campus and like right off of campus, so we have options. But I'd still choose high school food because I had them home cooked meals, you feel me? One thing you would change about your mindset in high school? Ooh, I think I would change a couple of things. One being like your energy. I would definitely not give as much energy to certain people or situations. Definitely deal with things differently. Wait, let me reread the question. Okay, because they only said one thing, but I have a whole list. But yeah, definitely energy. Just like some things just aren't worth your time and aren't worth the emotion. Not the emotion, like not worth training yourself, you know? I think another thing would just be like, I would definitely have tried to be more open. Once I got to senior year, I was able to like be more out there, be less afraid of things. So I think that's another thing, just like take that chance. Life is short, you know? So if you want to talk to that person, go talk to them. Yes, it may not work out, you know, they may not like want to be cool with you or not want to talk to you or like want to start a conversation, you know? Like, I know it's difficult and awkward to start conversation and stuff with people, but you never know, that one conversation could start a whole lifetime of friendship. So that was kind of all over the place, but I hope that answered your question. Worst high school year? I think I wouldn't say any of my high school years were necessarily bad. My first thought was sophomore year. Sophomore year wasn't necessarily bad. It was just, I don't know, my mental health was like worse than it was freshman year in a lot of ways. So I think that might have added to it being really sucky. And then like the pandemic started and then it got worse, way worse. And I would think junior year, but like junior year really wasn't that bad technically. It was just like the lack of socialization and the isolation that came with having to be on Zoom junior year. Sophomore year, yeah, because of mental health and then beginning the pandemic, stuff like that. I think that would be like my worst year of high school. Senior year, I would definitely say was the best. Way happier. Mental health was way better. Senior year was better, especially the second half. What are your icks? Are we just talking in general, relationship-wise, friendship-wise? We're gonna say in general. Okay, if you don't know, icks are kind of like things that, I wanna say they're kind of like pet peeves, basically. But I guess like behavior-wise, an ick would be definitely overstepping boundaries intentionally, or like intentionally manipulate, like, you know, being toxic and manipulating people and doing all these things, like, you know it's wrong and you still want to like actively harm. I don't understand how people can choose, like, have the intention from the bat of harming someone, or like, you know, it's there's some other icks I have off the top of my head. I don't really know, but overstepping boundaries is a big one, because it's like, if I say I don't want to do something, or like if I'm uncomfortable with something and you try to like constantly get me to do something you're aware I'm uncomfortable with, or like try to make me feel bad or make someone feel bad about that, you know, that's messed up. I might have to do a part 2 Q&A, because I really got to think about some of these answers. How's college? Okay, so college, it's okay. Me personally, college it's okay. First semester, I don't want to say it really sucked, but it kind of did. Like, I really struggled pretty much with adjusting and with classes and stuff like that, because I mean, I did well in high school and middle school, all that. I don't know, college is just a whole nother ballpark. Like I mean, I'm used to chilling by myself, but this is a whole different level. Like, I'm away from like, that was a big thing. Being away from my family, especially my siblings, my little babies. Like, it's weird, you know? And it does feel isolating at times, but it's also cool to like be able to have your own independence and do your own thing. You have your pros and cons, you know, but it's different for everyone. Like, some people have been thriving since they got here, you know. Some people, it takes some time. Like for me, it's taking some time. But like, I know I'll get there where I'm like more comfortable and I like it more, you know. What do you feel that you accomplished? One of my accomplishments would definitely be like graduating high school and going to college. Well, graduating high school, not like I thought I wasn't going to do that, but like, that's still an accomplishment, you know. Going to college in itself, definitely an accomplishment for me personally, because I wasn't always sure if I really wanted to go, and it was either like go to college or have a backup plan, and I didn't really have a backup plan. So I was like, okay, go to college, we'll figure it out, because I feel like I always need to have stuff figured out, and that's just not how life goes. Like, not everything's gonna go according to plan, you know. You're not gonna know what to do in every situation. And is this even related? I don't know. I stay going off track. Anywho, just being able to, you know, go to college and get started, and the degree that I have, or not the degree that I have, the degree that I'm getting, I'm really excited about that. And yeah, I've also accomplished little things, because that last answer was all over the place. The little things like being more comfortable with being by myself, that's definitely a big accomplishment personally, because I mean, like, growing up, I'm used to being alone or by myself, but I would always feel sad about it. And I know that happens to a lot of people, but now, like, it kind of struck me around the pandemic, but like, I'm more comfortable with being by myself, and I kind of embrace it. Like, I just be chilling now. Just being able to be alone but not lonely, you know, that's a big accomplishment, because I can go places and do things and not have to worry about, oh, I'm sorry, I got a message. Should I have like someone else come with me? Okay, it's nice to be able to just go and be able to treat yourself and have a good time. Another accomplishment is definitely growing mentally and emotionally, and being able to say, okay, this is not for me, this is not the right thing, you know. Being able to acknowledge that, even if, let's say for example, friendship wise, even if you have a close relationship or like close bond with someone, or like, you know, that season might be over. Being able to accept that and continue to move forward, and still like wish the best for people, but not have to hold on knowing that that season is over, you know. And then also just finding joy in little things, just being able to enjoy life more, just little things. I feel like I've been saying a lot about romanticize your life, and I've really been trying to do that. Just like little things, like me going to get myself some coffee or tea, you know, on a nice Wednesday morning or something. To the person who asked this question, you have me thinking about all the many little accomplishments that we have in life, and thank you for that, because I'm talking a lot on this one question. A reason behind your major. Okay, for those who don't know, I am majoring in middle grades education to be a middle school teacher. I know, why would you want to be a middle school teacher? People ask me that all the time. I've thought about being a teacher potentially since I was in 5th grade, but it's never been solid. It's been like an on and off thing, along with whether or not I wanted to go to college. Over my educational career, I've had quite a few teachers who have really positively impacted my life and kind of changed me for the better, some of who I still speak to this day. One of my teachers from elementary school, she's still in my life. One of my favorite people, like, you know, and I want to be able to positively impact students and kids the way those teachers have impacted my life, you know. And a lot of people, one, there's a teacher shortage, and then two, from personal experience, it seems that there are sometimes teachers who, they're teachers, but they don't really, they don't care about their students, or like, you know, I want my kids to know that I see them as people. I understand, like, they go through things the same way everyone else does. They're not just machines. They're not just students at the end of the day. They're human beings who are growing up and learning. And middle school, like that age range, that's a big stage in your life where you're learning a lot more and you're growing, and like, I mean, you grow through life, but you know, that's like there's a lot going on, and I want to be able to help people as much as I can. I can also really see myself as a teacher, and I feel like I would genuinely enjoy teaching. Would I do that forever? Maybe not, but for a fraction of time. I definitely would love to. Will I change my major in the future? I don't know. It depends on where life leads. But yeah, that is why I went to major in education. Next question. What things do you enjoy in your free time? A lot. I love to read. I'm in between 2 books right now, actually. Fun fact, my first ever chapter book that I remember reading. No, it was the first ever chapter book I ever read. It was the Junie B. Jones something Easter Bunny. I will remember that for the rest of my life. I got it at the end of the school year in 1st grade. Yeah, I love to read, making videos and TikToks. I love going on walks, listening to music, playing video games. My favorite video games at the moment are Apex Legends and Detroit Become Human. I've replayed Detroit Become Human so many times, and I'm still trying to get to like some of the other alternate endings. I like doing a lot of things. I like to travel. Does that count as free time? Yeah, I like to do a lot of things. So maybe you'll see me do them in videos. We'll see. Oh my gosh, almost forgot. I love baking. Like, baking is, I don't know if it's, well, I guess therapeutic to me. Like, it just makes me it boosts my energy. It boosts my happiness, you know. I make macaroons and cookies the most. I think those are my favorite things to make. But yeah, what's your go-to snack? Go-to snack? That's actually a good question. I love popcorners, especially the white cheddar ones. Bus-delicious. I also like trail mix. Stay eating trail mix all the time. Granola bars. Chocolate, of course. You know I love me some chocolate. I think those are my mains. Oh, golden Oreos. I don't get them as much, but it's something about the golden Oreo thins just hit different. Favorite musical. So if y'all don't know, I'm a little theater kid. It's not like I can sing or anything. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will save our sons and daughters? Did you know? I've loved musicals since I was a wee little one. I started out, my favorite, okay, nobody asked all this, but my favorite musicals like growing up when I was real little were Cats. I don't even remember the plot or any of the songs. Sound of Music, love that one. The Wizard of Oz, those were like my favorites when I was real little. Now my favorite musicals are Hamilton, of course. I went through a big Hamilton phase, like 2 years straight. Obsessed. Shrek the Musical, love it. I need it to come back. It needs to return. Love Shrek the Musical, and I also love In the Heights. In the Heights is really good. I feel like I'm forgetting one. I don't think I am though.
Hi, editing Amaya here. Girl, how you gonna forget Hadestown? You listen to that all the time. Literally all the time.
So actually, as a going away present for school, my mom actually bought me these earrings. They're little playbill earrings. So these are the first set, the little Hamilton playbills, and they have like the information on the back. So they're so cute. I have my Shrek the Musical ones. Shrek the Musical. The back. Ooh. And then we have In the Heights. I don't know if In the Heights will ever come back to Broadway, but if it does, best believe I'm gonna find my way there. Same thing with Shrek the Musical, because I never got to see it live. I only saw it like 800 times on Netflix, and Netflix had the audacity to take it off. But that's a story for another time. How'd you get into skating? Okay, so here's the thing. I wanted a skateboard at like one point when I was younger. I don't remember when. I just remember like briefly wanting one, but it wasn't like something I wanted for that long. And then during the summer of 2020, I was like, hey, I want to start skateboarding. So we went to a skate shop downtown and got a skateboard, and I used it a little bit. I was pretty scared of falling, so I don't use it as much, but I definitely need to, because at this point, if I had kept trying, see, don't let fear stop you, kids. If I had gone ahead and like kept practicing with it regardless of falling, you know how goated I would be right now? I'd be doing tricks all over the place. So that's how I got into skating, mainly from the pandemic and just being in the house all the time, but also kind of from being a kid, I guess. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? That is an excellent question. 5 years from now, I definitely see myself having graduated college already. I see myself teaching, traveling. I think those are the two big things, teaching and traveling. If I end up not being a teacher, or if I end up like not sticking with college, I definitely still see myself traveling some way, somehow, and just enjoying life. That's really one of my biggest goals, just living and enjoying life and making the best of it. Definitely continuing to vlog and document life and, you know, make videos and such things of that nature. Also see myself being healthy and wealthy and producing generational wealth as well, God's willing. So yeah, I don't have a big elaborate plan, but I have like goals that I do hope to obtain. But I do find myself thinking about my plan and my future all the time, and it's like I need to get through the now. I really do. My mom tells me that all the time. I need to focus on the now, because I'm always trying to put together my future, and you can't perfectly plan out everything. So I'm really trying to work on that, because I keep saying that to y'all, so I need to say it to myself. Like, nothing goes according to plan. But I have my goals. I hope that answers the question. Biggest fear in life. I don't really know specifically. I guess not experiencing things properly, like not making the best of life. Because I really want to enjoy, like, look at the world, bro. Like, not in a bad way. I'm talking about like the beauties of it. There's so much that we overlook and forget about, and I really want to be able to enjoy that. There's so much going on in the world that I know is bad, but there's also so much beauty in it. Of course, don't ignore what's happening. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm like, I also don't want to be absorbed and just like stuck in all of the negativity and the harsh reality of the world, and I don't forget about the good reality of it. I hope I'm making sense. That's it for today's video. My answers were everywhere. I apologize for that, but I hope you enjoyed the video. Till next time, comment what else you would like to see from me, and yeah, that's all. See you later. Yama out.